Okay, look, I promise that I don't only just work on end tables. If you don't believe me, just check out my Etsy shop and see for yourself. Something interesting about this table is that I bought it at the same yard sale I bought a previous video. Which one? This one, to be exact. Another thing about it is, it has a twin. Here it is. To save time, I will be focusing on one of them with some footage from the other. When taking it apart, I ran into an issue. The screw was stuck and wouldn't budge with the drill. I could move the beam by rotating it back and forth, but because the sidewall was blocking it, I couldn't get it off. Wait a second. This situation seems familiar. Yes, it is true what they say. There is always one. I was able to get the beam off by using the same method when I noticed that I could take the sidewall apart. After I got the beam off, I put it back together. Once the table was fully disassembled, I started removing the finish using a paint scraper. Once I had removed most of the finish, using an orbital sander, I removed all that was left and dusted off the sawdust that was left behind. During the removal of the finish on the second table, I ran into something I didn't see until I took it apart. It had pink paint on the bottom of the tabletop. Using a paint scraper for its intended use for once, I removed as much of the paint as I could and sanded the rest off that had soaked into the wood. When the removal of the finish on both sides was complete, I stained them both with mahogany gel stain. I then used the polyurethane for a protective coat and then applied several thin coats for a better shine. When everything had dried and I was done adding coats, I put it back together. During the process, I ran into a snag with the table that's been on camera. One of the beams had cracked down the middle on the ends when reinstalling it. I fixed it to the best of my abilities with wood glue, using a syringe to get it to seep into the crack. After that was taken care of, the tables were finished. And here are the results.